What's up, gangsters? Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be giving a little bit of a recap of the previous content that we've been going through, my plans for the future, as well as some health and personal updates with like some stuff that's going on with me. So if you're interested in hearing that stuff, this is the video for you. We're going to go over a few videos that I've made in the past. If you've seen any of these videos on screen, then you're probably going to want to sit around for this one. And I've also got some great news. So we've got some good news, we've got some bad news. But with all that being said, the first thing I want to get into in this video is the previous content and where we're going to be going forward with that. So first off, I want to say thank you for all the new subscribers we've had. We've gained like 10,000 in the last 3 weeks. You guys know that this has been a very busy week for allegations. I mean, there's that Chris Ava Tyson outside of skateboarding, the Mr. B stuff, crazy. But inside skateboarding is what we cover. We got the Braille situation. We all know how that went. I mean, like 241,000 people have seen it. The second video with like the recap and whatnot. And then the third one, the Chris Cole allegations. Still, I am gutted by this, and don't worry, I seen a few of you guys comments. A lot of you are saying this is like the Amber Heard situation, could go either way, and I get it. I'm not 100% saying that Chris did it, but when it's he said she said in these kind of cases, you've always got to let the evidence speak up for itself, and the wife has sent me some pretty concrete proof. She's just waiting to put it out, but I won't touch on that any further. If it turns out that Cole's innocent, do not worry, I will make a follow-up video on that, as I feel like it's just as important to show when someone's innocent as well as if they are guilty or not. Anyway, you guys know that I always make content around skateboarding, but every now and then I do like these news report kind of videos. Most of my videos, as you can see here, are like helping skateboarders and stuff like that, like how to finally get out of beginner skate hell, and we've seen some good views on those. 49k right here, the Ellis Frost Games of Skate. We've got a lot of videos like 60k here, 50k here just on skateboarding, so I'm very happy with those and how the channel's going in that regard. When it comes to like stuff like this, like these drama style videos, obviously this one's not drama, this is a lot more serious, but when it comes to these kind of videos, I do intend to keep doing them as and when stuff like this pops up, as I feel like it needs to be said. A lot of skateboarders in the industry and younger people and families have messaged me and said thank you for covering this stuff, so I feel like it is important for me to make content around this. Obviously this kind of content isn't something that you can just do every week, a few times a week, because it only needs to be said when it needs to be said, and I'm not trying to abuse it and milk it, but I do have some good ideas for a follow-up series on this whole Braille situation, which I'm going to run by you guys in a minute. I want to get your thoughts in the comments on that. But yeah, so I think from here I'm going to be doing more of the like helping skateboard type videos, because obviously we've covered what we need to cover in this last week. So unless anything else comes out, I feel like there's not another video that needs to be made regarding these three. I have thought about doing like a Johnny Geiger reaction to the video he made regarding the Braille stuff, but you guys can let me know if you want to see that. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be doing more beginner help style content, but I also have a few ideas I want to run by you. So let's switch to this camera again right here, because I know a few of you guys have been loving the second angles. Anyway, so my idea is that we have a potential upcoming series that goes over, like, say if I go to London later in this week and I use some of the money, because let's be honest, we've made a decent bit of extra money from these Braille videos. I'm going to use some of that money, or at least I'm thinking about using some of that money, to buy a whole bunch of skateboard decks, parts, wheels at a local skate shop in London, and then going around the different skate parks and giving away the boards to people that might need them, and do it in the kind of like format of, we're taking the money from Scientology, we're taking the money from Braille, and we're giving it back to the skaters. So the video title would be something like, I stole money from Scientology and gave it back to the skaters, something like that. If you guys think that would be a cool idea, definitely let me know, because if so, and if I get a lot of positive feedback on that, I'm going to go film it in 2 days and it'll be up by the weekend. So I want to do content like that, trying to feed more positivity back into the skate scene, whilst also showing the negative side when it needs to be showed. So in that one, I feel like it would be good to take money from the Scientology call-outs and put it back into skateboarding. I feel like that would be a good ending for this whole situation, and if the videos do well and are popular, we can keep using the money and keep recycling it and just give more boards and more parts away all around the world in all the countries I visit. So if you guys think that's a cool idea, please do let me know in the comments. Okay, now we're going to get into the more health side of things. So if you guys just wanted to know about the future plans for the content or wanted to be welcomed as a new subscriber, that's it. I'm going to talk about some of my previous health issues and whatnot now. So if you don't want to listen to that, feel free to leave the video, but yeah, I'm going to get into that now. Okay, right, so you guys may remember when I made this video saying why I'm quitting drugs. Basically, previous to this, I had already quit all like the hard stuff like cocaine and stuff. I quit that years ago. That is an old life, and don't get me wrong, by the way, when we do these like call out videos, I'm not a perfect person. I mean, I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, I've come out the other side, and I feel like I've learned a lot, so that's why I feel like I talk on these things, but I also bring out my own bad sides as well. So I feel like if you're going to show something bad of someone else, you've got to show the bad in yourself, and if you only only show the good side of things, it just becomes a bit disingenuous in my personal opinion. I made this video here while I'm quitting drugs, basically spoke about the fact that I'm not going to be smoking weed anymore, and for months, up until about 3-4 weeks ago, that was the case. Honestly, I have started smoking a bit again, but I mean, you can make all the excuses in the world saying it's just because my friends do it, this, that, and the other. That's not the case. I found that I could use it as a tool. For example, like when I'm skating, if I just smoke a tiny bit and then listen to some music, I feel like I enter the flow state and can train a lot better when it comes to like learning tricks and getting clips and stuff like that. That's just me personal. I really don't want to get to the point like I was before where I was smoking every day, and I'm aware it can be a slippery slope. So feel free to roast me in the comments when it comes to starting smoking again. Not cigarettes, by the way, not vape, just the devil's lettuce. I've got to be real with you guys, got to keep it clear. If you see me smoking when I'm skating, that'll be why. It's not because I'm trying to say I've quit and not, and try to sweep it under the rug, you know what I mean? Okay, and the final thing I want to cover in this video is these situations here. Where is it? So I made this a pretty serious health/life update. Basically, I had a spot on my face. I went to the hospital and they were like, yeah, you have melanoma, which is like a serious skin cancer. They then came back to me like a month later after a more thorough checkup and were like, actually, good news, this is basal cell carcinoma, which is like the weakest form of skin cancer you can possibly get. And don't get me wrong, I was pretty scared by that, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to like quit smoking and all this, that, and the other. But there's actually an even better news than that. Like they first told me it was melanoma, then told me it was basal cell. And by the way, you might be thinking in America, how they get all this stuff wrong, because you obviously all pay for your healthcare. Here, the healthcare is free, but they do oftentimes get things wrong, misdiagnose people, send people to hospital appointments when they don't have them. Like the NHS is a mess, but it's free. But yeah, they gave me the diagnosis of the basal cell, and then they took a bit of skin, cut off the spot that they thought was cancerous, and they took that and then did like a full biopsy test on it. And by the way, they gave me this diagnosis before they even did the biopsy, which is crazy in my opinion. But anyway, then that result came back like 3 or 4 weeks ago, just before I started smoking again. And by the way, these two things aren't related, at least I don't think they are consciously. But anyway, so I got that and they were like, okay, we don't actually think anymore that you have basal cell carcinoma. You have something called granuloma, which is like another type of skin disease, potentially more dangerous than the most minor form of cancer. So it could be worse when it comes to how dangerous it is for my health long term. But long story short, it's not cancer. They got that wrong twice, and I'm actually cancer free. So that is fucking awesome news. I cannot lie, guys. I'm so happy to hear about that. But there is one good thing that came from that whole situation of them telling me it was, like, all of my friends that have had spots and lumps and stuff have all gone and got checked up and made sure they're okay. And loads of people that have watched those videos have done the same and gone and got checked up and found out that if they're okay or if they're not, which is a great thing to see. But yeah, thank God they got that wrong. But that's pretty much it for this personal/health life update. But I just want to say thank you for all the new subscribers. And if you're still watching at this point, you're a real one. Much love. I'll see you guys in the next video in a couple of days.